Good day, everybody. I am... Oh, car behind me. Don't want to run people over. That's the little chime that says, there's people behind you. Don't hit them. Going to head home, just leaving the park now with the puppies. They had a great time running around. Trinity's getting better. She's not barking at absolutely everybody. Oh, sorry. I backed out when they were trying to back out. Oops. Anyway, heading home. Gonna do Ammunition 52 tonight with Mr. Irving Twin. That should be fun. Hope you all can join us. I wanted to talk real quick today about a tweet or X post or whatever you want to call it. I saw from Canada Man the other day. Canada Man posted this. What do you say? If Pierre Poilievre wants to be a successful prime minister, he needs to fully embrace populism and not just pay lip service to it. And you know, I'm inclined to agree. I think talking to Canadaman, he supports Poilievre. I'm still a Bernier supporter. I know Bernier doesn't have a chance of winning, but he's my guy. So I support Maxime Bernier. But see, Bernier was ahead of the curve. He's been a populist for a while because at his core, he's a libertarian. He believes the government exists to serve the people. And that's ostensibly what populism is, that political leaders should be serving the interests of their people and not just the political, what do you call it? The political class or the political business as usual, right? Anyway. Pierre's made overtures towards a populist leaning, but he hasn't done a full-throated embrace of it. And personally, I'm inclined to think that his statements that are of a populist nature are more lip service than anything else. I think they're just like they're campaigning. Like he's come out in support of shooters and hunters and gun owners, but only in the broadest terms. He hasn't come out and said specifically what he'll do in terms of policy or in terms of legislation to protect the interests of that particular group. He's talked about how taxes are too high and taxes are making people poor. You know, he's saying all the right things, but nothing concrete, right? So when the Liberals accuse them of not having a plan, and they're normally talking about the green, implementing a green economy or climate change, they're not wrong. Like he speaks to the broad ideas of populism, but he doesn't speak to specific policy. And the problem I see also is right now he's loyal opposition, but he seems to have taken that role to be his identity. All he ever does is needle the prime minister, and he does it in such a, I don't know, such a weak way. Like, okay, so for instance, the current tack of the Liberal government right now is to accuse Poilievre of courting far-right white nationalists, all these, calling them Nazis and racists and all that sort of stuff. And what does Poilievre do? He comes back with, I'm not the racist, you're the racist. You're the guy who invited, a Nazi to Parliament. Instead of just saying that he's being weak, like he's weak. This is weak. You've got nothing to say. You know that we're right. And so you attack us on the weakest of fronts. You say this nonsense. You accuse everybody who's not of your political ideology of being racist. Like, this is what he should be doing. And with the Online Harms Act, why isn't he going after that? Why isn't he doing a full-throated defense of freedom of speech in this country instead of just, this is something that he should be doing in question period. This is something that he should be attacking in question period. Because this is fundamentally the most dangerous piece of legislation that is sitting in before government right now, before Parliament right now. If this passes, and you know, knowing the NDP, they probably will pass. Then freedom of speech in Canada is nothing. It doesn't exist anymore. Nobody can say anything. And what's more, anything you've said in the past, you can be prosecuted on. You can be brought up on charges. So why he isn't attacking this more vociferously in the House of Commons? I mean, of course, in pressers and in junkets and whatever, in stumping or whatever, he's making mention of it. But, and so are other ministers. But he needs to be attacking it full on in the House of Commons, and he's not. And at the end of the day, I think Poilievre, his problem is that he's of government, and he's in government, and he believes that government can be a force for good instead of what government is, which is a necessary evil that needs to be reined in and kept in check at all times. And I don't know how you reconcile that when you are the Prime Minister. Now, he was at a prayer breakfast a little while ago, and he had a pretty clever snub against Trudeau. He made reference to him having a lack of humility and hoping that he steps down soon, that kind of stuff. He did it in a very sort of like roundabout way. It was pretty clever, but he spoke about that. He spoke about, being ministers or members of Parliament, ministers, and being the Prime Minister. We are supposed to be servants of the people. So, you know what? I hope he believes what he says. I hope he truly believes what he says. I hope he truly embraces populism instead of just paying lip service to it. I don't know. I got my doubts. But you know what? Here's the thing. If he becomes Prime Minister and he puts Canada back on the right track, and he becomes like a Javier Milei of the North, I will be happy and satisfied. I don't see that coming, though. I don't see it happening. But we'll see. Once again, join us tonight at 10 p.m. on this channel, or on Odyssey, or on X. You can watch it right on X if you want. Ammunition 52 with Irving Twin. We'll see you all then. Take care. Bye-bye.